Hello. We just played Keep Your Head Up, Andy Grammer. So, actually, that's a good message. Always keep your head up. Yeah. Always try to keep positive about everything. That's an excellent way to do it. And as I was walking in today, I saw that the carpet was like, wow, somebody had been working on that? And in fact, they had been. So
Carol's daughter, Crystal, has been
So we have little fairies that are going around and cleaning carpets for us. So outstanding. Look great. So thank you.
We have a cleaning day.
That is adorable.
Next Saturday. So all of the pews have not been vacuumed in forever. And so the blue chairs, you notice they get a little scungy looking.
Got coffee
So from 10 to noonish, we're going to come and just clean all these and the blue chairs. So if you have a hand vac, that'd be great. We can have one vacuum cleaner in here, otherwise it blows a circuit. It's an old building. So if you have one that's battery powered, that would be even better. And we'll just get them all done and get them all cleaned up because, well, it's just time. And Scott used to do it about once a month.
I know. You know, in this building, when Jan said this is an old building, do you know how old this building is? This was like the original Red Cross facility for Hanford, 1942.
Wow.
Yeah, it was old. This used to be the entrance, and so
The walls falling apart.
The walls falling apart. Oh, yeah, that was.
Yeah. The building was built it was supposed to be temporary, so there were no real footings, so they just put great big wood piers around it, and came inside, poured some concrete between them, and off they went. And just
This over here didn't even have concrete under that closet. It was dirt.
Yeah, we opened that part up, and there's extension cords wired into the wiring. And
It was scary. It was scary.
Well, actually,
Phil had
when we got
nightmares.
in this building, this wall, and we knew it. I mean, was at an angle. It had that wood that I told you. Yeah, it was all rotted away. So it had fallen out.
Weeds were crawling
Weeds this high inside
in.
the building.
Cold. Oh my gosh,
cold
it's
in the winter. It does get
cold.
cold.
Cold in the winter. It was cold.
But
And
we had a
repairing
bunch
that
of people
was
come
an
in and
amazing
take
story. If anybody has the remotest interest in that, I'd be glad to tell you if you ask me. But we did do the Doobie Brothers. I will guarantee you, we are the only church anywhere that does the Doobie Brothers for an opening song because they have an awesome message. We've been talking with our son, and he's very active in his church, as he usually is, depending on which church he's in. But he's at a different one this time, and we're getting interesting information back. We have called ourselves followers of the way for many years.
He wasn't the one that told us that.
Oh, he wasn't?
No.
Oh, somebody else did.
Somebody else did.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
Go ahead with
But
the
story is
though.
good. Yeah. We've called ourselves followers of the way for many years. We stopped calling ourselves Christian a long time ago, but in the name of some of the crappy things that Christians
Religious
do,
people
and
do, yeah.
not just Christians, but all the religious stuff. So all that to say is we found out that a lot of churches now are doing the same things, but they're calling themselves followers of Jesus. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's great.
Yep.
But we're the only ones that mix everything else up with it too. And we also found out many years ago, because we've been doing jokes at the beginning of services for 28 years, and apparently a lot of other churches have been doing that in the last few years too. It's brand new. Yeah. Okay. I'm not saying that we started it, but it is interesting that we've been doing all that stuff for a long time.
Things outside
T-shirts
the
and
box.
sweatshirts that you may or may not want to have. Now, this is for anybody that really remembered all the Harry Potter movies, and Hogwarts and all that thing. It says, "I am still waiting for my Hogwarts letter. I solemnly swear that I am up to no good.
Oh, you got to have that one.
Life's a struggle when you're a muggle." And then a baby onesie says, "Muggle born." Cute. And we do have a couple of patron saints by the name of John Lennon and George Carlin.
Hey, George and John.
So I guarantee you won't find that anywhere else too. So, but hey, great people. And John said, all we are saying is give peace a chance.
Yes.
All we are saying. And
Now you'll have
George,
that song in your head the rest of the day.
yeah, he's always insightful also.
You're welcome.
He said, it isn't fair. The caterpillar does all the work and the butterfly gets all the glory. Millie's book, the autobiography of former President George W. Bush's White House dog, Millie, was published in 1991. The book earned nearly $900,000 in royalties, more than 4 times the $200,000 salary George Bush earned as president that year.
Wow.
I don't remember what Millie was. She was a cute dog, but I can't remember what it was.
Spaniel, I think.
I believe that's correct. I believe that's correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Thomas Edison
Oh,
and David Thoreau. The language of friendship is not words, but meaning. And ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. Matthew 7:7. And to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3:1. I frequently will quote
To every season?
a lot of Ecclesiastes when I do
Turn.
final stuff for people.
Yes, you do. He does the best funerals ever. I don't know if you've ever been to a Phil funeral. Well, not Phil's funeral, but a funeral that he's done. Because
She hasn't taken me out yet.
not yet. That could happen anytime. Because he makes sure that people know the person that passed, and stories are told, and energy is shared, and it's just beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful,
I was
beautiful.
terrified the first one I ever did. Never had done it before, and it was 30 years ago. And he was a friend of mine, and a lot of community, very active in the community. So there were hundreds of people, and yeah, I did okay, but yeah, it was kind of nerve-wracking. Anyway,
He's perfected the science.
I have. Well, in my mind, anyway.
People walk away happy.
Yeah. Every sect is a moral check on its neighbor. Competition is as wholesome in religion as in commerce. Walter Landor, 1775. Can one be a saint if God does not exist? That is the only concrete problem I know of today. Albert Camus, 1913. I don't know who he was.
1930 something.
1913.
I don't get it.
To what excesses will men not go for the sake of religion in which they believe so little and in which they practice so incompletely? John de la Brioche, 1645.
That's still true.
So, yeah, good enough out of that one. Let's see. Did I do this one?
Yes, you did.
Okay. I know. Why do elephants wear
Are you ready?
tennies?
Are you ready for the jokes?
Why do elephants wear tennies?
You don't-
Well, because 90s are too small and 11s are too big. What is big and gray and blue?
An elephant holding its breath?
Yes. Wow. Okay.
I have been with him way too long.
Yes. Well, I don't know about that.
We're going to pray for you.
Thank you. I need all the prayers I can get.
And a lot of you know this. The roar that we hear when we place a seashell next to our ear is not the ocean, but rather the sound of blood surging through the veins in our ears. 9 out of every 10 living things live in the ocean.
Wow.
And I know that to be true.
Just took the fun right out of seashell listening.
Well, this will show you how old you are, maybe. It was mealtime during an air flight. Would you like dinner? The flight attendant asked John, seated in front. Well, what are my choices? John asked. Yes or no, she replied. If you're got a couple of years on you and used to fly way back in the 50s and 60s, we frequently would be offered, 3-course meals and your choice, and it was quite something. It was quite something.
Tell them about the new thing you just... It's up the Eye in the Sky.
Eye in the Sky. It's an app. And what it does is...
You don't need to know this. This is nothing important, but it's fun.
Yeah, it is. An acquaintance of mine does a lot of traveling and saw the app, decided to check it out, and it's a way for just people to get on private jets and private planes and fly direct. So they looked into it, and where they were going, the plane ticket was like $400, and they got a private plane for like $525 to do the same trip. So they showed up at the airport, went up to the counter, said, "Hi, I'm so-and-so. Okay, just have a seat over there." "Well, you don't care what I'm carrying, no TSA?" "No, nothing about that." They saw the plane come in, they walked out to it, got on, they were the only ones on it, took their ride. When they got to their destination, got off, came into the terminal, there was one person in the terminal there, walked outside, and their driver, the friend of theirs, was waiting for them, and they go, "We got off the flight 5 minutes ago." It was worth it. I did find out finally, though, the app is $65 a month. That's how they make their money. So, it's up to you.
If you travel a lot.
Gosh.
We have friends that travel a
And
lot.
and if you just want to do it like a couple of times in a month or once just to say you did it, I think it sounds awesome. It sounds awesome. So anyway, okay. A lady was picking through the frozen turkeys at the grocery store, but I've got all kinds of stupid stories today. But she couldn't find one big enough for her family. She asked the stock boy, "Do these turkeys get any bigger?" The stock boy replied, "No, ma'am, they're dead." A truck driver was driving along the freeway and noticed a sign that read, "Low bridges ahead." Before he knew it, the bridge right in front of him and his truck they got wedged together. Yep, oops. The cars were backed up for miles. Finally, a police car came up to them and said, cop got out of his car, walks up to the truck driver, puts his hands on his hips and says, "Got stuck, huh?" Truck driver says, "No, I was delivering the bridge and I ran out of gas." Okay. Onward.
Onward?
Onward.
Onward and upward.
Yep.
I am delighted that we have a guest speaker this morning.
Because she didn't have to do it.
Well, no, not the Southway.
Oh, oops.
Thanks, Phil.
Did I say that?
He'll pay for that later. No, anyway. When I saw Keri was speaking today, I knew I wasn't me today, but I just wasn't really thinking, but I saw her on the calendar this morning, I went, oh, yay! She always has such positive things for us to hear. And I would really like it if you'd give a great big Divine Fellowship welcome to Keri Hendrix. Thou hast been anointed by the... There you go. Have fun.
No pressure, no pressure. You're like, I do okay. Don't expect too much. Let's do that. No.
No expectations.
Hi, everybody who's out there. Vicky, I love you.
We love Vicky too.
Everyone loves you. Oh, I'm looking at the computer and not the camera. That's silly. Hi. Okay. Enough of that. So, good morning. I feel like it's been forever since I've been here. I've just had a lot going on in my life, which some of you know, and it's so good to be here. It's just so good, and it's really good to see new faces. I love that so much. This is this became my home about 2.5 years ago at the first expo back after COVID, and the first time Janice did a sermon or whatever, she spoke, had a service while at expo, and so I had come on the Saturday, so I came back Sunday morning for that, and I had an experience. I had a definite kind of my own mystical experience at that time, so I've been here ever since, and I had moved to town during COVID when my husband got a job here. And I had lived in the Vancouver area for 24 years or something like that. And this is the first time I had moved away from the west side, and it was COVID. And was taking care of my mom. She had been diagnosed with dementia the year before. And so she was coming to move in with us for the first time, full time. So a lot of change at that time. So finding this space was super meaningful, and it was an opportunity for me at that time that some of you know. I was in healthcare since I was about 23, and I've been a nurse as you know, per license for about 17 years or something like that. And so this was the first time in my life since I was 15 years old that I wasn't working anywhere. I was taking care of my mom. And then I took the opportunity to go back to school because I've always been a helper. I've always been a safe place for someone to talk. Complete strangers tell me things that they probably have not told anybody else. So I had been a little burnt out on my nursing career, and I was disappointed in the way some of the things were going. This is a story, by the way. We'll come around eventually. So I went back to college to get my master's in counseling. That seemed like that would be a good fit. I'm a practical person. I've always been a spiritual person. But I'm also a practical person. I like to have a license, something I can take out into the world and do something with. So taking care of mom, working on my degree. I had to take like a year and a half off actually when we first moved here. I was pretty overwhelmed. And then I started back to school. And I finished my degree a year and a half ago and started working as a counselor, doing online counseling and some in-person counseling. And so I was putting my degree to use. And then at the same time, walking my spiritual path. I've always felt called. I felt called to be a minister, and I had started working on that. I tend to do too many things at once sometimes. I don't know if anyone else does that. Anyway, so I was working on that and working on my energy healing and just a lot of different things in my life at once. And when I started at counseling, and my husband worked from home, the job he came from, so he was remote and he was working from home. And when I started the counseling, he'd keep an eye on mom during the day, and the first year was hard for me. It didn't feel the way I thought it was going to feel. I think I felt like, it's just the first time you start to do something. I had doubted myself. Am I really ready to offer people psychological care and healing? And it was just a bit of a struggle. Not every time, not every session. Sometimes there was amazing connection and breakthrough. But I was struggling. And then last February, out of nowhere, my husband lost his job. And I've talked about this, many of you know this. And it was shocking. It was through no fault of his. It was a company decision. And so we were shocked and freaked out at first. And then we both felt very sure. We could feel something was going to come. And then we stopped worrying about it. And we felt okay. And we started focusing. He's looking for work. Let's just enjoy the time we have right now. We don't know where you're going to find a job or what's going to happen. And just stay open. I just kept doing my work. But all he has received is no's. One no after another, or silence, complete silence. And it was getting to be so hard not to be up here and not to stay in here and in here. And I was really struggling with that. And so it's about a month ago, I'm guessing, I said, we need to figure something out. We're getting to where money's going to run out, and we don't have an answer yet. And I said, I'm still a nurse. And I didn't really, when I thought about nursing, I thought about what I'd left, working in a hospital or the clinics and some of the bureaucracy of those things. And none of that appealed to me. And I said, I think I need to look. So I brushed up my resume and I got on LinkedIn and I went on Indeed, and a job popped up. The job of the Director of Health and Wellness for Brookdale Memory Care.
Wow.
And I immediately had, I have them now. I had tingles through my whole body. And I could see myself doing it. And I could see myself connecting with families and people, like my mom, and staff, which I love, to support people in their work and help them be their best. And I was like, oh. And in that moment I knew. In here, where you're supposed to know things. So, I love ChatGPT, and it helped me with my resume, matched it to Brookdale's needs. And within about 5 days, the recruiter for them called me and said they really wanted to talk. So we set up an appointment with her first, and we had a fabulous conversation. She set me up, that was on a Friday, she set me up for an interview on Monday. And with the director, kind of a director of nursing, more like a regional, and the executive director of the Brookdale. Talked at 2:00 that day. One of the easiest interviews I've ever had. And I had to say, I said, I have to come in really close to top of your salary range to make this work for my family. And so that was over. A few hours later, I got a call from the recruiter, said they love you. And they want to move to the next phase, which is making you an offer. So I will call back tomorrow with that. Thank you. And she did. And it was adequate to what our needs were. And in my whole life, our whole life changed in a week and a half, but in such an unexpected way. Because up here I was thinking, well, I have a job. I'm a therapist and I take care of Mom, and he needs to go get a job. This is through him. He's going to get a job. That's what's going to happen. I heard, a lot of you know, because I've talked about it, I love to watch like near-death experience stories and, listen to really good channelers and mediums and different things. And I was watching a talk by John Edwards, and he, medium and channeler, and psychic medium. And he, one of the things he said was, we think there's a path, or that we feel we're on a path. And he said, sometimes you have to let go of your path in order to be where you need to be. And I had to let go of my path. I had an idea of what I was supposed to be doing based on the work I had put in and my intentions to go to school and to help people and do that. It didn't occur to me that there was another path. But the moment I saw that path, it lit up my body. So that is the other piece of this that I just want to call out and address is, and I am as guilty of it as anyone in this room, anyone watching, anyone anywhere, of trying to think my way through everything, to solve the puzzle up here. And when you're spending all your time up here, you're not in here. And this is where Spirit really speaks to us. This is a computer. She's a medical medium and intuitive that I was watching. And she said it great. Like, this is good for all the logical things that you need to do. You need to be able to count money. You need to be able to, whatever, pay your bills. You need whatever. That's what this is for. But the truth and the way Spirit speaks through us is through us. It is through our feelings, our emotions, our bodies. And when something is right, we know it and we feel it. When something is wrong for us, we feel that too. So I'm back in shift, right? I'm back in shift away from up here to in here. And I had another epiphany, which is hard for me to let go of, and I don't know if anyone ever experiences this, but it's hard for me to let go of things I put my energy into or thought, well, this is something I'm supposed to be doing because I went to school. I have a huge school loan that needs to be paid, but I'm not feeling joy. And it's not that I don't like helping people, I do. I really do. And I feel like I have been effective and I have helped people, and there have been moments of real insight and connection and some lovely things with my clients. But at the end of the day, I'm not feeling the joy I should feel. Because I'm in a world where we talk about this a lot. And the truth of who I am is my spiritual self, my spiritual sense. And so I'm in the process of making some other decisions and allowing myself to let go of something that isn't serving me the way I thought it would. And everything that means. My license, my title, all of whatever it is that I think I worked for. Because that's not exactly how I'm called to work with people. I'm called to work with people who understand that Spirit is our primary source. And through Spirit, we can move so much quicker when we're aligned. So I will be working toward a more integrative work for myself, and I'll work that out. Saying goodbye to clients has been hard, and yet tomorrow I start a new path. And I'm curious. I'm kind of excited. I'd still like my husband to find a job. But for now, he will be watching my mom and he'll figure something out. Everything will happen when it's supposed to happen. And this was supposed to happen. And had he not lost his job, this wouldn't be. And I knew that. I knew it the whole time. I knew that. But not living in fear or waiting, feeling like we have to wait for that divine timing to happen. It can be hard to sit in a place of trust, in a place of waiting for that. So we need to be gentle with ourselves, right? Compassionate with ourselves, because we are living a human experience. So that's something else I'm working on, is self-compassion, because we are so loved. We are so loved. Why would we not love ourselves with the same love that we are loved by? Why would we not be gentle with ourselves when we get down, things feel hard? So, that's that. I have a meditation for us, though. Janice? Yeah, John or someone. So if you feel like joining me in a meditation, a little guided journey, that would be wonderful. And I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze, whatever is most comfortable for you. Take you into that place. And let's just breathe for a moment and feel our bodies and our connection to our bodies through our breath. Feeling your belly expand and soften. And just noticing what's happening in your body. Do a little scan from the top of your head down through, all the way through to your feet. Just notice without judgment anywhere you're holding tension, discomfort, or maybe joy and ease. And then grounding ourselves by noticing the energy of the earth coming up through our feet, holding us, grounding us. And also the energy of Source coming down through the top of your head, whatever that energy looks like for you. Down into your heart space and out through every cell of your body into your energetic field and beyond. We're just going to take a little walk on a path on a beautiful day. It's a gravel path. On one side of you is gorgeous forest, light filtering in through the trees. And on the other side of you is a beautiful meadow with flowers and butterflies. And ahead of you, you hear the ocean over the hill. And as you continue to walk towards the top of the hill, the path breaks into 3 different pathways. One goes into the forest, one to the ocean, and the other into the meadow. All paths are beautiful. Just choose the path that feels right for you today as you continue your journey into the forest where it is quiet and still. into the meadow that's buzzing with life, over the hill and down to the ocean on the sand with the waves. Just feeling the peace of the space you are in. And as you look down, you are joined by a spirit animal. If you are in the meadow, you might be joined by a deer or a rabbit or a mouse. If you went to the ocean, you might be joined by a dolphin, a turtle, or a whale. And if you're in the forest, you might be met by a bear, a squirrel, or a blue jay. Whichever animal spirit is with you is just right for you. And as you continue to walk with your spirit guide, you find a place to sit. It's a log or a tree stump, a piece of driftwood. You just sit and take in the moment, being completely at peace, knowing that all is well, that whatever burden or trouble you have carried with you, something you're trying to work out or think about, just set it down. And as you get ready to walk back to where you came from, you notice a gift that is waiting for you by your feet. It might be a book, an ancient text, a shield, a sword, or a key, or something else entirely. You can pick it up and take it with you, absorb it into your energy, and when you feel ready, you can walk back toward the path where they merge, and then back further into this place and time. So, how many people went to the meadow? Had the deer, did anyone have the deer? Yes? So heightened senses in stillness. So finding stillness. A rabbit? Anyone have a rabbit? Abundance in community. A mouse? Anyone have a mouse? Small things have great impact. Don't dismiss small acts, changes, or coincidences. The ocean. Does anyone have a dolphin? Dolphin. It's time to play, find and spread joy. Turtle. You are protected. There is no reason to be in a hurry. Slow down. I can't imagine that you need that message, but okay. Just chill out, Janice. A whale. Anybody have the whale? Explore the emotional depths and accept all that you find. A bear? No bears? Bear? There is a time for hibernation, slowing down, replenishing, and caring for self, which after this weekend is a good reminder.
Yeah.
Squirrel? Yep. You have all that you need. You have collected all the knowledge, skills, and tools that you need. You are ready for whatever that next thing is. Blue jay. This one surprised me when it came to me. I'm like, a blue jay? Oh, okay. Anyway, anyone have the blue jay? No? Oh, I like it. Speak your truth. Trust your mind and intuition. when feeling challenged. And then for the gifts, the book. It's a book of wisdom, so you have all that you need. I'm just going to say them because we're not getting a lot of hands today. Shield is protection. You are protected. So whatever challenge that you have, know that you are guided and guarded. Sword is to help you cut through any confusion that there may be. And the key is you are the key to unlock whatever it is that you feel challenged with. It all exists within you. So just know that. And that is all I have today. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. I got a dove.
You got a dove.
I got a dove.
Nice. Peace.
Peace.
Peace to you.
No, I know. I didn't tell anybody. I saved it.
No, treasures. That's great. Awesome, awesome.
Okay, Mark, did you do this?
I did.
Oh my God. Oh my God. What kind is it?
Well, this is the best of my father is the Jonathan Apple, and the best of mine is a Green Gage Plum. So you're getting the best of the Stricker boys.
And the pie was still warm when I just had a piece. Oh my God.
He cheated.
Yeah,
He
there's ice
cheated.
cream in the freezer.
Oh, and there's ice cream in the freezer?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, I put the spoons away and brought out forks, so I'll have to put the spoons back out.
This was worth it. This was worth it.
So our Waymaker game in the back, if you don't know what that is, ask me later, I'll tell you. But anyway, I pulled a card for us, Psalms 4:8. And this is, in peace I will both lie down and sleep, for thou alone, O Lord, dost make me to dwell in safety. Isn't that beautiful? That we can have that safety. We can trust that. We can just be at peace with that. Let's do communion. Do the cracker side first. If you aren't doing communion, thank you for allowing the rest of us that do that to have this sacred moment. And you take this sacred moment however works for you. And join us in prayer, would you please? Loving Spirit of light, as we take this in, help us to take in the understanding of feeling safe with you. Help us to remember we forget. Thank you. In the name of Jesus, the Ascended One. Amen.
Amen. They're still not stale. Awesome.
Still not good, but we have the gluten-free ones. We don't eat this for fun. We have pie for that. Join us in prayer, would you please? Loving Spirit of light, as we drink this in, help us to drink in life, all of it, even the tough stuff. Help us to drink in your safety, your love, your protection, and grant us hope. Thank you. In the name of Jesus, the Ascended One. Amen.
You didn't do it? Okay. Yeah.
Will it work?
Trust me, I never used to do these ever. For decades, just people would volunteer, so I'm good with that.
I just really wanted to say thank you for every prayer that has been said for my husband and I. I think this community prays for each other all the time. And I feel that, and I'm so grateful for all of you. And I love seeing you people too, so that's awesome. Yeah, love you. Love this church.
Thank you. While that's going around, Still haven't gotten Venmo on that yet. That's just been a challenge. Anyway, upcoming events.
Yeah, if anybody knows what they're doing, maybe they can help us. But
For a nonprofit, it's just like,
We can help.
you can help?
Yes.
Really? Oh my gosh, it's not.
It's different for nonprofit, apparently. That's the problem we're running into.
I know how to do those.
Supposed to work, but it didn't.
Every seminar, workshop things. In the morning, we're going to have a drum healing, in the morning, we're going to have the different people talk about their venue. And then in the afternoon, there'll be healings using those things. Drum healing in the morning with Daryl. Emotion Code with Maria. Qigong with Marianne McDonald. Essential Oils with Lynn Spicer. Tuning Forks with Michelle Drury. And Quantum Touch with May. And then in the afternoon, you can test drive all of those. And so there's a fee for that. There's a little light lunches provided. So it's $30 per person, $50 for a couple. Bring a friend. You can tap into that couples thing. But that's why we want to get things clean before that event, because things are a little dusty.
Just a little.
Dusty, crusty.
Yep. Also, I talked with a number of people that participated in the Ironman from out of town, and they all just absolutely love us here. I mean, this is the second year we've had it. I've got an answer for you guys. And they absolutely love it here. This is the only venue most of them have ever been to that people actually are out
Cheering them on.
It does not happen. They said the last one they did in Vancouver, BC, which I was frankly surprised at, there was absolutely nobody. There was nobody. So
That's
very,
awesome.
very surprising. Also, we have an opportunity to help them next year. We'll talk more about that. And also, Daryl and Lori brought
And then
up...
there's a
What?
grant for doing that.
Well, I know. That's why I just didn't say it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a grant involved. But anyway, Daryl and Lori brought up what I knew is that it impacts West Richland a lot. It really does. It's inconvenient, you know. So I went to the Tri-Cities Business Convention Bureau and the Chamber just to talk to them about it, because I didn't have a good answer for that. And I usually have answers for stuff like that. Obviously, it brings millions of dollars to the Tri-Cities. It takes 1,200 volunteers to put it on. It's amazing. But as far as West Richland is concerned, the Airbnb, there are a lot of Airbnbs there, so they do get all the taxes for that. So Richland does get some money, you know, for that reimbursement. And obviously, all the people that are staying there eat and
Not West Richland,
do everything.
because everything closes down because there's
Well, not on Sunday,
Not
you're
Sunday,
correct, but all
right.
those other days,
But
they're there for
They're here
days.
for days.
Are they here for days?
They are here for days because people don't want to go to a hotel with all their stuff, so they do the Airbnb thing. So it does help, but I know it's an inconvenience.
Totally.
And everybody knows it, so maybe next year they'll
So
figure out
thank you
something
for your
else.
patience
So
with that.
thank you for your patience on all that.
Yeah, a lot of the competitors are here for a week to 2 weeks.
Oh,
yes.
Training.
Yeah.
Week to 2 weeks.
Yeah, and Airbnb is way better than a hotel. So, yeah.
So it's all good.
So I got an answer. Yay.
Yay. Leave it to Phil. So let's do an energy circuit for the folks online. And then we'll do our energy circle here.
I'll take
So
my pie and go.
He took his pie. Rub your hands together really, really fast. You're connected to spirit. Bring that energy into your heart space, from your heart space to your left hand to your right hand, back to your heart space. This connects an energetic circuit. And this energetic circuit then allows energy to build between your hands. This is not your energy. This is divine energy. This is sacred energy. This is infinite energy. And we can tap into that and utilize that for health, for well-being, for feeling at peace, finding strength. Whatever you need, bring that into your heart space. Have a great week. We will see you next time. Blessings.